Hello Plymouth, Luke Pollard here, your Member of Parliament. Today the new Chancellor of the Exchequer presented his budget, and you would have been forgiven for thinking that he was a Labour Chancellor for much of it, because instead of the austerity that we've seen in the last 10 years, what Rishi Sunak did was borrowed large chunks of Labour's manifesto. So we saw investment in infrastructure, we saw investment in our National Health Service, we saw investment in our transport system. But when you look into the detail of it, we're not getting our fair share as a region. Now, since I was elected in 2017, demanding that we get our fair share has been central to my work as your MP. This budget document, which sets out what the proposals are, only includes a small mention of the South West. It's good to see that work is starting, or work has been given the green light on the A303, but every Tory Prime Minister we've had in the last 10 years has given the same green light. David Cameron, Theresa May's all done exactly the same. It doesn't include work at the western end of the A303. It's only partially there. There's not the work that we need on our train line to provide a resilient service. There's no additional train carriages, no movement of the HSTs onto the cross-country franchise that I've been arguing for. And for the pivotal £2 million that we needed to get the Great South West Initiative up and running, that's our version of the Northern Powerhouse, well, this doesn't mention it either. It's about time we got our fair share as a region. There's plenty in this that sprinkles magic press release fairy dust on action. The increased borrowing that the government started goes elsewhere, doesn't come to the South West. There is a little bit of money for Plymouth. The £51 million from the Transforming Cities Fund is welcome. But it should have been 150 million, and it would have been up until a few weeks ago, where the government has taken that money from us and given it to the north again. So yet again, the Southwest is missing out on our fair share of funding. Now, I'm really concerned about the coronavirus and what will happen in the next few weeks and months ahead. We know that will damage our economy, and I support the measures in this budget to support our NHS and to provide incentives for businesses to carry on running in these very difficult times that we're expecting. We know that the government's cut 17,000 beds from our NHS. We know there's a crisis across our health service and social care, and we know there are 100,000 vacancies in our NHS. To everyone that's working in our health service, thank you for what you're doing. We don't know what the coronavirus will bring. We don't know how severe the consequences will be. But what I do know is that those brilliant people that work in health and social care in our resilient public services will do all they can to support our communities, to keep people healthy as we face some very uncertain times ahead. Frankly, I was expecting a bit more from the budget. Our campaigns for the South West to get our fair share continue, and I'll continue doing that as your MP. Thanks much, Plymouth. See you soon.